Okay.
High budget production here.
So
Welcome to NPCs of Tal'Dorei.
sync test.
What?
I don't know what a sync test is. Title card.
So, this is episode 2 of NPCs of Tal'Dorei reviewing Critical Role.
Episode 94. Episode 2 reviewing episode 94.
We started a bit late, but that's all good. That's all
A
good.
bit late, like 8 years or 2 years late.
So this is it. So this is the episode where my monitor's gone to sleep and it has my notes on it.
He needs them. Trust me. We recorded the conversation before this. He definitely needs them. Anyway, yes,
interesting episode. Not a huge amount of combat. I think there's only one fight in the entire thing.
Well, it's a complete parallel to last episode.
Last episode, which was a lot of combat. Yeah.
So first of all, we arrive in Whitestone.
Beautiful place. Yeah.
Appearing there.
Out of 9 hells.
Yes, and we have a moment where we mourn Dodie finally.
This personally watching the live stream grabbed my cup and actually with them raised mine as well, because that was quite a you don't have to. It was the same feeling I had when Scanlan was being resurrected, when Keyleth nearly died. It's that I think at this point, having watched 52 episodes plus the live stream every week,
He's catching up.
Yeah. I'm emotionally invested in the show now. Yeah. So yeah, Dodie, they had a moment to remember Dodie, which was actually quite a nice little moment.
Yeah, and they had a bonding moment as well, because they have hinted at the fact of Tyrion becoming part of Vox Machina, and this was like their way of saying he is now part of Vox Machina, even though he jokingly says it.
Yeah.
He actually is part of that crew now.
So that was one of the opening kind of scenes in the episode, which I thought was really nice.
So we go along, and they decide to get Terry laid.
Which makes some of the funniest in-character roleplay.
But on the way there, to the pub, to get drunk and laid,
Pike returns!
Yes, she does.
Fantastic. We love Pike, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Ashley Johnson, who it's a shame she can't play every week, but she's a big Hollywood actress, so she's got a whole lot of stuff going on. But yeah, Pike returns, much to the glee of Grog, her best
Just
friend.
out of interest, do you know what show she's actually on?
At the moment?
Yeah.
So she returns, and Grog celebrates, because they're best friends. Part of their whole story, how they met, was...
It's Blind Spot.
I knew that. I was just
Anyway.
Which is also a New Zealand band, Blind Spot.
Yeah.
So yeah, they actually met each other ages ago when Pike healed Grog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think Ashley Johnson, the reason why I like her so much is because if you look at the early episodes and the episodes she is now, she's probably the one that's changed the most in terms of her improv ability.
Yeah.
You could see that was a little bit of a weak spot. Blind spot.
Full of jokes here, I mean.
In my opinion, I mean, a lot of people have different perspective, but just my journey through just watching Critical Role is that's one thing I've noticed, that she's become more comfortable with the improvness and the craziness of Dungeons and Dragons.
Which is something I've noticed with my Sunday players. You guys are starting to get into that kind of mode as well.
Yes, which is a lot of fun.
I think as a DM, that's one of the first things you want to do with the group, is trying to bring them into their characters. But yeah, Pike, we love Pike.
Or kill the character after the full session. Yeah, that's brilliant.
You didn't have to fight the bearded dragon.
We didn't.
Bearded devil. When I put him in the game, the intent was that the party would see it and sneak around, but the barbarian runs in. Anyway, we're not here to talk about my campaign.
You brought up the Sunday campaign.
The Pike returns, they get to the pub, and this is when some of the hilarity ensues when Tyrion tries to get laid with the barman, bar lady.
The contest begins between Grog and Tyrion.
This great moment where Tyrion was just trying everything. His approach, I thought, was quite a nice approach. Obviously may not work in the real world, but in the D&D world, I thought the lyrical poem was...
No, that's one thing I have noticed is, anyone out there watching, don't take dating advice from Vox Machina. It may work, but it's merely out of pity. Just purely pity sex, if it does work.
Yeah, that would be our advice. Yeah, that's kind of the crux of this episode. So we had...
that's the main message of the entire thing.
That's what we want.
That's 4 hours of that.
Yeah. So basically, Tyrion gives this poem with the fantastic line, "Your neck is like a crashing wave." I thought
that's beautiful.
Kind of poetic. It's not going to work, but I thought that was nice.
But then the better line is, "I want to be on you."
Grog whispers to Tyrion.
I so want to try that one. Yeah.
We should do like a special video where we just go to bars and try that and see if it works.
No,
I think we'll do that. We'll organise that for next week.
I think this is more hypothetical and it's more enjoyable just in a hypothetical situation.
So Grog whispers to Tyrion, okay, this is what you do. You just go up to her and say, "I want to be on you." And much against the general cognitive logical reasoning Tyrion does, and that's what he says to the barmaid.
Well, yeah, and it kind of works in his own, because he doesn't straight out say the word. He's like,
No.
I want to be on you.
I was laughing my ass off
Yeah,
watching
that's
that. Yeah.
And they worked very well for him because he didn't get with the barmaid though. No, he got with, what's her name?
Why do you do this to me every time?
Because I want to highlight the fact that I do
all the notes, and I write like 3.
Yeah, it's with what's her name?
He forgot the name as well.
I just
he forgot
put
the
it
name
down.
as well.
Trisha.
I love that that's on film. That's definitely going in the episode.
Trisha.
Yeah.
But before then, we actually learned about Terry's first
ever experience with his teacher.
Male teacher, which is something that we talk about on. We actually talked about on a Sunday game.
Yeah.
Is when it comes to sexuality, no one gives a shit.
Yeah, it's D&D.
It's the way it should be in real
exactly.
life. That's why D&D is better than real life, is because people, some reason nowadays they give a shit about it. But
yeah, they shouldn't. It's just a thing that happens in the world, and in our games it's just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Also, another reason D&D is better than real life is D&D has dragons and we don't.
Yeah, I was really just making a deep, social issue commentary. And
I just thought I'd take
ruin it with dragons.
Yeah, with the dragons. Yeah.
Anyway.
After that,
Terry gets with Trisha.
Yes.
And has rough. Don't ever do that. Terry gets with Trisha, and that's his night until the morning. We'll find out what happens.
Vox Machina. Hey, it worked in the end.
Yeah, it worked out. It seems like a little bit out of pity, but it worked. It worked. And all the other guys get drunk and go and do their own thing.
Grog drunk is fantastic. I love Grog drunk.
Grog and Pike drunk.
Yeah. That's always good.
With Pike talking to Scanlan by the earpiece. Drunk.
Yeah.
God, I wish I could drink with him.
Yeah. Maybe we should organise that for the next episode. We'll fly all the Vox Machina here to Wellington.
To come to our show.
Yeah, to come to our show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably going to happen.
You get on that. You
organise that.
I'll write the notes for next episode.
Okay, cool. I'll write the email now. It's fine. No. Hey guys, we are... I'll do it up.
You committed way too much more to that bit than you should.
I'll do that after the episode.
Yeah. After the recording.
Yeah.
Once he edits it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I do all the editing work.
Anyway, not Scanlan, sorry. Terry goes away, interested but scared, as he puts it. And then Percy decides to be a bit of a peeping Tom.
Yeah, and scries.
Gets scries, but the twist, which is my personal MVP, a moment of the week, is he instead looks into Scanlan. Yeah.
That was another one of those moments.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. What I feel like with Critical Role, if you do have an episode like this where there's not a lot of combat, and you as Matt at this point now can trust his players, gives them a lot of space in which to role play. That's when these great moments come out. Yeah,
exactly, and it shows how much they've grown as a game as well. Is that they can do a whole episode with barely any combat. Yeah. Well, it was a good hour of combat at the end.
Which we'll talk about soon.
Yeah, we'll talk about soon. But they're able to have a really good time, and it's just a huge back and forth, and you can tell all of them are having a wicked time, which is a sign of a good game if people can enjoy themselves without getting experience points all the time or hitting something. Yeah. So the next bit is a very character-driven moment for Vex and Percy.
Yep.
It was basically Vex talks to Cassandra, and make a long story short, and we're going to be actually very vague in this because I think this is one of the moments you kind of have to actually watch the episode.
Yeah.
So she sits in front of a tree and goes down to a little tree house. I'm trying to be as vague as possible. And then sees a beast.
Yeah.
The beast is, we'll say, summoned or found. Whatever way.
And it's essentially Vex's task to destroy this creature. One thing I will mention about this battle is that the chat was keeping track of all their hit points. Matt often doesn't say that out loud, and the players don't usually go, "Oh, I've only got this much left." But at one point she was down to 14 hit points.
That's what I've always wondered, why they don't, in real time, you know how it comes up with the cards.
Well, it's like, yeah.
In real time they don't just track it.
Yeah, I suppose that would be a technical thing. Maybe we could suggest that. I'll put that in the email. when I emailed them to get them on our show.
You better actually do this email.
Oh, of course. Of course I am.
Just email them after every episode. It's like, hey, can you come to New Zealand to do my episode?
Just hang out and work with them.
Yeah, one day I'll see you.
Yeah, it'll work. I think the biggest moment for me there, should I say it or should I leave this vague? There was a moment where she took a lot of damage. She was way up in the air, like massively up in the air, and got attacked. It was a natural 1, I think, on a strength save to not fall off the broom. So she fell for, must have been 50, 60 feet, poof, onto the ground, took a ton of fall damage.
Yeah, that probably was screwed up the most. How much fall damage do you remember?
I can't remember. It's like a D something for every 5 foot.
Anyway, so after a couple of net ones, Vex wins.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a spoiler. And burns the body, and then stumbles back to Vox Machina, and her and Vex and Vax.
Took me so long to get those names right.
Yeah, I'll get them right eventually. They have a heart-to-heart brother and sister.
God, I love the brother sister moments in the show.
It's so real.
Yeah, because Vax, he totally goes.
Don't! You better not hug me.
No, he just gets he looks right at her and he does the whole bit to her. He's like
he commits to the moment.
Yeah. He does, and they have these beautiful moments where you can see they love each other because they do, because they're friends. They're really good friends in real life.
Yeah, and they have like a very unique kind of. Yeah, I mean, how many friends do you know have the exact same birthday as you?
Yeah, exactly. That's why they became twins in the game, because they do share the same birthday.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So that was a very sweet and deep moment. It's a good way of actually ending the episode before the 1 year gap.
This is probably the biggest talking point of the episode.
So basically, Matt said after describing the bow growing, which I don't know is because they mentioned the bow growing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you remember that? Yeah. I don't know whether it grows because of the bow or the fact that it's 1 year passing, and that's his kind of way of saying 1 year's passed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a big shock that was going to happen. So in 2 weeks' time, after Matt actually has a discussion with every single
the next
game
takes place a year from where this episode left off.
And there's so many questions. So what we're going to quickly do is I'm going to hit. He doesn't know this yet.
I've just heard this.
Yeah, Oliver. I'm going to hit Oliver up with some questions.
Questions.
No, he can't say it. He doesn't know. He has to say the answer where he's leaning towards.
Okay.
So here's one. Will Terry build Dodie 2.0 during the time?
I think he's not going to build Dodie 2.0. He's going to build, knowing Sam Riegel, a completely different robot with a completely different personality. That's my prediction.
I did not expect you to say that.
Mm-hmm.
If a couple was to break up over the year break, which couple would it be?
And instantly my mind went to Vax and Keyleth. But I only say that because they're both very romantic characters. You know, they've both got very sensitive, fragile hearts. And I feel like maybe something will happen along the way that will just break their hearts a little bit.
Well, he's a very dark person, and now she is like running a people.
Yeah.
So I actually agree with you.
Right.
That's what I thought, because I think of the moment they had at the end of this episode between what Vex was doing and Percy. I think that was too much for them to just end it after that. Do you think any of the couples will get married?
Oh, no, good question.
Because a year's a long time.
A year is a long time.
A year is a long time.
I don't think a wedding. No, I don't think that'll take place. I think if that's going to happen, it's going to happen. There's going to be a whole episode dedicated to it. I don't think they'll do it in the time frame.
Okay. Will Percy meet Scanlan during this time?
Yes, I will say yes. I will say we'll get an update on what Scanlan's been up to for sure.
Yeah. Do you think Terry will come back or Scanlan? I'm really hitting you with some hard questions. It's like having a year's break is there's so many questions that it's fun to have these conversations, because obviously once you know the answers, no point.
Yeah. I would say my prediction, my guess would be that Scanlan comes back.
You think Scanlan will come? I don't think so.
Okay.
I think Sam. Actually, no. Sam puts a lot of hints in this episode that he should go back, but then decides to commit to Vox Machina. So I don't know. What if the reason why they come back after a year is because one of Vox Machina has died?
And they've stopped adventuring for a year.
Well, yeah, they stopped adventuring for a year, and the reason why they have to come back together is because.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
That's a good one. It's very watchable.
I'll put that in the email, so suggest that.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's
Yeah, that's all the questions I had on top of my head.
So those are my answers. It's a real interesting element. There's something player can't say it. DM not allowed to say it in front of player.
You know what's funny about that? His notes on my game are right here.
True. No, that's the other game.
Oh, that's the other game?
The green notebook is you guys.
Oh. This one here. It's right there.
Yeah, that's
right there.
Keep an eye on him if he goes anywhere near that notebook.
So
in case I fall asleep.
The year gap is quite interesting.
Yeah.
And it's a very kind of unexpected thing, which I love about the show. They're keeping on the toes. They're trying things different. It's like when you introduce a new character, introduce a new element. And this year gap, there's so many things that happen. Before we know, Vox Machina and Knight should be friends after this. There could be something that they've all agreed something happened, and over the course of the next few weeks after they come back, they decide to reveal it. Yeah. It could be something like that. There's so many options.
It's such an interesting element, and I'm so curious to see what happens in the next few weeks.
Definitely.
That's going to be a great episode of this podcast, because we'll pretty much just be talking about that. Yeah,
definitely. It'll be awesome. But next week,
Liam is DMing again, and we get to see Matt Mercer as a player. Yes! It's going to be really interesting seeing a guy with his kind of D&D mind on the other side of that.
Apparently, he said it was awful. in the episode.
I don't believe him.
The episode we just watched, he said he's an awful player.
Yeah.
As in he probably overthinks the rules and stuff. That would be hard to be as a player.
There wasn't the other thing we were going to mention, which was the metagaming that took place in this episode.
Yes.
That's something that as a DM you really have to stop if it starts happening, because it's not true. It's not true to the game mechanics.
Did we mention the metagaming?
I don't think we have mentioned it.
Okay, the metagaming moment, and that's my LVP of the moment. Now, it's not a huge deal, and I know it sounds like I'm really negging on it, but that's just something that I noticed, and I was just like, it kind of bothered me a bit, so I figured we were doing a review, and I was talking about it.
Yeah, exactly. After our last Sunday game, there was a discussion the players had after the game.
Why is that?
Because you didn't have to fight the bearded devil. That's why. The discussion that took place, and my players literally said to me, "Just stop us if this becomes metagame."
Yeah.
But I just let them have a discussion in character after the game that will be part of the story.
The metagaming in this particular episode that took place was when Marisha tried to pry Percy for information after scrying.
Yeah.
Which you could even tell Matt was just like, you wouldn't normally do this.
Yeah.
But he still let her have a go at it, and ultimately I think she realised what she was doing and kind of dropped it.
Yeah.
But it was very noticeable, and it's kind of it would have ruined the moment if she just rolled really high, and then they just blurted out what Percy knows about Scanlan.
So there are moments sometimes where a player will say, "I should use this spell," and it's like you're not there. Your character's not there. You can't say that to each other. You know?
And for those that don't play D&D, it's actually very hard.
Yeah,
to not metagame, especially if you haven't played a lot of D&D when you first start. Like our game, we go through it quite a lot. I find myself doing it quite a lot.
Just saying something like, "Oh, you should,"
or you should go around this building, even though technically you can't see the guy that's actually around there.
Yeah. So Matt, who I hail the greatest dungeon master of all time.
How many do you know?
Well, there's me.
So between you and Matt.
That's something actually that I was thinking we could do here on this episode, maybe just in the description down below, is throw in some links to some cool D&D stuff. I've got some cool websites that have ambient music that you can use for your D&D games free and all that kind of stuff, so maybe we'll do some of that.
We could do a spotlight.
Yeah,
and just say we'll spotlight this person's channel or this person's...
Okay, well let's do that right now. The spotlight for this week's episode is tabletopaudio.com, which has a huge list of just ambient music, and it's all classified into like Dragon's Den, Busy Marketplace. It's all free, and you just load it up on your phone or computer and have it there. Very useful.
So it's copyright free?
I don't use it for commercial purposes, so I'm not 100% sure. But certainly if you guys have like a home game and you just want to add some cool, especially when you're in like a forest or something, and as a DM I try and describe the scenes and stuff, this is just a cool little tool to have there with you so people can actually hear like the birds chirping and all this kind of stuff. It just kind of gets that game immersion going a little bit more. So Tabletop Audio, you guys are awesome. You're the spotlight for this week.
So
I think that's everything.
Yeah, we did there. So thanks everyone that watched the last week our episode. We had a little bit of drama throughout the week of our channel going down, but it's up again.
There was they thought spam filter caught us because they thought we were doing this, but it was not.
And that's what happens when you use the exact same title.
Yeah, we had a review of this title, and they went, wait, that title is that video, you were just stealing it. And we're like, no, it's a review.
We just have to be a bit smarter for it.
Yeah.
But if you did like this video, if you did enjoy it, make sure you like it up. You make a comment down below. If you make a comment down below, we'll definitely engage with you and talk about our theories, talk about your theories. At the end of the day, this is really just an open forum of what we think, and we want to know what you guys think about our theories.
Exactly, because we're all critters, right? We all love the show, and we're big fans of D&D because it's the best game.
Yeah, it's the best game.
Because we're cool, right? My mum says I'm cool.
See you guys.